All right, we're here at Acer at CES Las Vegas here, 2025, right? So this is great stuff that they have here. First up is the Acer Swift Go 14, a 14-inch clamshell with a few tricks up its sleeve. We have a trackpad on this that lights up and gives you some controls here that allow you to control the volume. It also allows you to control the camera and so forth. So user controls, very practical use here. I like that. Core Ultra processor, the Series 2. So you're looking at Lunar Lake up to a Core Ultra 9. You can get this with either an IPS or an OLED option up to a 3K resolution. And it's gonna have great coverage of the color gamut. It'll be color accurate. So for those that need it, it will be there. As far as the weight, we're looking at 1.3 kilograms on this, and it has a bunch of AI features, including their Acer Sense software and other stuff that they're doing here. But as far as RAM, up to 32 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM, up to a terabyte of storage. It's PCIe Gen 4. And Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4. And I love the fact that this is 1.3 kilograms and pretty decent I/O. On the right side, you get a micro SD card reader, you get a headphone jack and a USB-A port. And on the left side, HDMI, another USB-A, and two USB Thunderbolt 4 ports. So you have plenty of I/O here for connectivity. So this is a great portable travel device. Now, as far as pricing is concerned, this starts at $899 and it goes up depending on which features you go with, but a pretty decent starting price considering all these little extra bells and whistles we get on a pretty nice 14-inch ultra portable. I'll have more on this. Hopefully I'll get a review of this coming very soon if we get a review unit into the studio. But we're not done with the Swift Go line. We have another one that we're going to look at right now. Okay, next up is the Acer Swift Go 16 AI. Now this one is a Copilot Plus PC, so you're going to get a lot of the AI features that Microsoft and their partners are touting here. One thing with this 16-inch version here, obviously of the Swift Go, the Ryzen AI9 300 series Strix point here, and we're looking at a really nice processor, good single, good multi-core performance, 1.5 kilograms here on the 16-inch premium design here, really nice. Has a really nice touchpad, and it has that symbol that lights up whenever the NPU is being used. We've already looked at a few of those this past year, and that shows you something is happening with the AI, so that's good. So really nice keyboard. It has a numeric keypad for those number crunchers, and a really nice display here. So you can get this with an OLED display up to a 3K resolution, great coverage of the color gamut, all that stuff. So it's a really good display. It's got HDR here. It's got a iSafe certified rating here. So it's a very nice display and one of the nicer OLED displays you're going to see. So this is really good. USB 4.0 ports on this AMD-based unit here, so you're going to get plenty of I/O here. So on the left, you're looking at an HDMI, USB-A, and two USB 4.0 ports, and on the right side is a USB-A and a headphone jack. So plenty of I/O here if you want to connect peripherals and so forth. So that's been pretty good on this unit. You also got a touchscreen option here, 180-degree hinge. It's got a power button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner. 1440p HD video camera here. So the webcams have been very good. The ones I looked at this past year, really some of the best webcams we've seen to date. They're doing a really good job on that. Privacy shutter, which I always like to see on these, and good sound with DTS-X Ultra audio. So this is pretty packed here. 32 gigabytes of RAM, since it is, or you can get this with up to 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabytes of storage, PCIe Gen 4, and it's, again, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4. So really nice unit here, the Swift Go 16 AI. That's a good offering here. This is going to start, depending on which version you go, but it starts at $949 and it'll go up from there. So as far as pricing, I think you're getting a lot of bang for the buck here, considering you're getting a high-end 16-inch OLED display. Now, as far as the display itself, again, like I said, we're looking at a 3K resolution, and it should be 90 hertz as far as the OLED, and 120 if you go with the IPS option. So depending on which one you go with, you'll get a different refresh rate. But again, I like those options. Again, with a starting price of $949, they give you a lot of options here, especially if you don't want to break the bank. So pretty good stuff here. Hopefully we'll get one in, we'll get a review unit, and we will bring you a full review. That will be coming down the road. All right, so next up we have another one. This one is from their Aspire line. It's the Aspire 14 AI. This is a Copilot Plus PC running into Lunar Lake here. And this is a thin and light aluminum design. What I like about this is you're getting a pretty nice overall package here that won't break the bank. It starts at $749, and I think that's a great price here because you're getting, again, into Lunar Lake, so you're going to get great battery life, get efficiency. You have Wi-Fi 7 on this. Oh no, you have Wi-Fi 6E. Okay, that's fine. I can edit that out. So one of the big benefits of being Lunar Lake is you're going to get really great battery life. They're touting up to 22 hours of battery life, and if it's anything like I've seen in other Lunar Lakes, that may even be conservative. We may see even better. Of course, we'll test that out, of course. And 1080p IR camera, so that means it has face recognition. So that allows you to log in with Windows Hello. Windows Studio effects here, since it is a Copilot Plus PC. 32 gigabytes of RAM, up to 2 terabytes of storage. So I like what they're doing here. Starting price at $749 is pretty good. Wi-Fi 6E, not Wi-Fi 7, but again, at this price point, not a big deal. Wi-Fi 6E is perfectly fine. And then, of course, you have a touchscreen option as well. So a lot of good stuff here on this 14-inch. Decent I/O here. It looks like you get 2 Thunderbolt style, Thunderbolt ports here, USB-C, HDMI, USB-A. So plenty of I/O on that side. On the right side, headphone jack, USB-A, and a Kensington lock. So pretty nice I/O in terms of connectivity, so you won't have any problems with that. And I like the fact you're getting a 1080p camera here, so that's good in its own right. So pretty nice stuff. $749 Acer Aspire AI. So we have a really good one, especially for those environmentally conscious people here. They're doing some good stuff here as far as the environment. And one of the results of that is the Acer Aspire Vero, which uses, they used to use 60% recycled material here. Now they're going to 70%, and these are oyster shells that they have a whole process to make, and it makes it a really nice texture. And you have to feel it to understand just how nice this is. What we're looking at here is a Core Ultra processor, Series 2, so you're looking at Lunar Lake. You're going to get good battery life. You're going to get good efficiency. You're also looking at 100% recycling in terms of the packaging, so it's the theme there. QHD camera with a privacy shutter, that's pretty good. And dual Thunderbolt 4 ports, PCIe Gen 4 support, and looks like you get 2 SSD slots here, so that's even better. So I like that. That's great for storage expansion. LPDDR5X RAM running at the 7464 mega transfers per second. And it looks nice. I got to tell you, with recycled material here, it's not even too heavy either. So it's a pretty nice. Now, as far as the display, we're looking at a 16-inch IPS display here, and it looks nice. I have no complaints regarding the quality. It looks like it's a good display, 16:10 aspect ratio, and also has 100% sRGB coverage of the color gamut. So looks pretty good. I hope to get one in. And again, for those that want to have a more environmentally responsible product, this is certainly fitting the bill. That's really good. All right, this is pretty interesting. So what I have here is a mini PC. It's called the Acer RevoBox AI, and this is a mini PC running Lunar Lake. So you can get this with up to a Core Ultra processor, Series 2, 32 gigabytes of RAM. It has a fingerprint scanner on the top, but check this out. It's got it's got AI in it, but it's got AIO is what I'm trying to say. It has I/O on the front there, headphone jack included, 2 USB-A ports, a USB-C. Looks like that one might be 10 gigabits per second, but we'll have to check that out. But on the back is where all the I/O is what I want to say. Plenty of I/O. In fact, that's pretty incredible on such a small mini PC. So this looks pretty good, and I can see businesses buying these in bulk and rolling these out. They're pretty easy. They don't take up a lot of space on your desk, and they are pretty powerful. It's running a pretty nice processor. Again, Core Ultra Series 2 Lunar Lake, so that's going to be pretty good. So I like this, and I can see them using this in kiosks. I think they can be using multiple monitors on these. So plenty of I/O. So pretty cool. Looking forward to checking that one out. As far as pricing is concerned, you're looking at $799 and should be available Q2 of 2025. So we have another interesting product here, and I like what Acer's doing in diversifying their portfolio here. So this is the Acer Connect M6E 5G mobile Wi-Fi, and check this out. Look at that. That's pretty cool. This is a nice mobile Wi-Fi 5G that you can use as a hotspot for up to 32 devices. And what's even better, you can use a nano SIM, you can use eSIM, and also a special software in it that allows you to find the best carrier for you to use in case the quality of the connection is not so good or whatever. It will find it for you. Now, it's maybe a service that you have to use, but again, this is a pretty interesting device, and I can see how this can come in pretty handy when you're on the road and you need to connect multiple devices, or you're in an environment where you don't want to have a lot of wires and so forth. This will definitely do the job. Now, this has a big battery in here. In fact, you can get over 28 hours of use out of this without having to plug in. So not only are you connecting up to 32 devices with 5G, getting the best possible connection to distribute to the different clients, but you could also get plenty of battery life out of this. This thing is pretty amazing. I want to get one for myself. So along the networking theme here, we have a Wi-Fi 7 USB-A dongle here, and this is great because you don't have to break the bank. $79 gets you Wi-Fi 7. So if you have a laptop that has Wi-Fi 6 or maybe earlier and you want Wi-Fi 7, well, this is an easy way to upgrade without having to buy a whole new product. For $79, it fits in the bag of your it fits in the pocket in your bag or whatever, you pocket in your jeans, take it with you, and you have Wi-Fi 7 wherever you need it. Pretty good. Another great accessory, but this one is going to be for those mobile gamers. This one has really nice controls here, right? So not only can this fit an iPhone, an Android phone, but it also can even fit a mini iPad mini, which is even incredible in its own right. It goes like that, but when you're not using it, folds down. Really nice mobile controls here for your handheld, for your smartphone. I like it. The controls feel great. And this is a great accessory for those that need it. The best part about this, it's $69.99, and you're not going to break the bank. And especially if you want to get a handheld, you don't want to spend on what we're about to look at. This is probably one you want to take a look at. So this is a nice little accessory, $69.99. All right, we got some good stuff here. So this is the Nitro Blaze. This is an 11-inch portable gaming handheld, if you want to call it that. It's a big monster here, but I absolutely love it. In fact, you would think this would be heavy, right? So not really. This was a lot lighter and a lot more ergonomic than I thought when I first looked at this. Now, what you're looking at here is a 10.95-inch display with a 2.5K resolution. It's 2560 by 1600, 120 hertz. 500 nits of brightness, so you're looking at a really nice display here. You're also looking at AMD Ryzen 7 8840HS, so this is going to be some pretty nice gaming because that is a very good processor for these type of portable handhelds. I've used them in the past, and it's a good processor. You're looking at USB 4.0 connection here, so if you want to add an external GPU, you can for even more graphics horsepower. It has Hall effect controls here. D-pad feels really good. Best part about this, it does have a kickstand that pulls out, so you don't have to rely on, using something else. You just put it down on the table, boom, you have it right there. I'm really liking this. Now the other part is these two controllers come off, so you can use this 10.95-inch display as a tablet style or as a mini PC or as a PC, as it's got plenty of I/O on the top, as you see there. So, and like I said, USB 4.0, that means you can connect to an external GPU. That's great. It has storage expansion as well with a micro SD card reader. So pretty good. I like this. I can't wait to check this out. So as far as pricing on this Nitro, the Nitro Blaze 11, $1099, Q2 2025. All right, next up is its smaller sibling. This is an 8-inch device here. So what we're looking at here is the Nitro Blaze 8. And what we'll have here is 8.8 inches, 2560 by 1600. It's got great coverage of the color gamut, 144 hertz. So where we saw on the 11-inch, 120 hertz, this is 144 hertz. Same processor, so you're getting the same integrated graphics, which are good. The 780M, which is very good for these handhelds. 2 terabytes of storage, up to 16 gigabytes of memory, and a starting price of $899. So this is going to be not only affordable, but you're getting a nice 8.8-inch gaming. So this also has Hall effect joysticks here, and of course the D-pad and all that triggers. Everything feels really good. This one also has a double fan heat pipe system, so it's going to keep it cool while you're gaming. Hopefully quiet as well. And Wi-Fi 6E on this one, USB 4.0, so if you want to connect to an external GPU, you can. So this is $899 coming in Q2. Look forward to checking this one out. All right, so here we have some gaming laptops from the Predator line. It's the Predator Helios 16AI and 18AI over there. The 16AI will run the Intel-based processor. It's going to be an HX processor. It's also going to have advanced graphics from NVIDIA, next-gen graphics. Of course, I can't say which one it is just yet until they make an announcement, but that's why we're not seeing anything on the screen here. Speaking of the screen, what we're looking at here is an OLED display, 240 hertz, 16 inches, probably absolutely gorgeous if it was turned on. But if it's anything like the OLED displays we've seen in the past, 240 hertz is going to be amazing, great for gaming, obviously. A few design cues here that are new for 2025. They have put some LED lighting here and some effects here on the front over here that you can control in the settings. So this is pretty interesting. And the keyboard has some interesting features as well. I think there's a per key RGB lighting, and the AWSD keys can be swapped out for other keys that they do offer. So you have a lot of customization there, and I like what they're doing there. It also has a new kind of cooling system that they're touting here. It's going to be better in terms of the type of blades that they're using in the fans. So a lot of upgrade in terms of the cooling system. So pretty impressive there. And this looks really good. But if you want a bigger display, then you're going to want to check out this one. This is the Acer Helios 18AI. And, you know, we get all these AI stuff here and there, but this beast here is an 18-inch display, mini LED, variable refresh rate between 144 hertz and 240 hertz. So this one is also per G key lighting there, RGB. And this one also has that lighting on the front that they're now using. Again, all custom, user controllable and all that. You can change it in the settings. This one is looking really good. Plenty of I/O. The power on this is going to be pretty amazing. It's going to have next-gen graphics from NVIDIA and a beautiful and a great, obviously, CPU from Intel HX series. So this is going to be a powerhouse with a little bit of a powerhouse price, although when you consider the power it's packing, it's not that bad. In fact, it's a pretty good deal compared to other brands. This one comes in at $29.99, and I got to tell you, this thing is a beast, especially if you're not only doing gaming, but content creation. This is going to be great. Now, the 16-inch that we talked about comes in at, how much was this one?
Double checking, I was right, $22.98.
And for those wondering, the 16 AI version of the Acer Predator Helios 16 AI, there it is. So the Acer Predator 16 AI comes in at what was it?
$22.99.
So the 16-inch version comes in at $22.99, and the 18-inch version comes in at $29.99. So actually, when you think about it, the power that it's going to bring, it's generating a lot of great numbers. Once we can show you all that, you're going to see that's actually a pretty good price considering the power it's packing under the hood. Hopefully, we'll get these in very soon, and we'll be able to talk more about the CPU and the GPU in detail. So that will be coming hopefully very soon. So here we have the Acer Predator Helios Neo 16S for 2025. I think I got that right. It's a more portable 16-inch gaming laptop. In fact, it's pretty amazing considering the power it's packing under the hood. I'll have a really next-gen processor as well as graphics from NVIDIA. This is packing a really nice display, 240 hertz OLED. Yes, this is going to be a really good one. The display goes back as far as you see there. Plenty of I/O, a little bit more portable than we normally see. So this is going to run a different type of cooling system than the bigger siblings we just looked at from the other ones we just looked at from the 16 and the 18 inch. But this one is a little bit more slimline and a little bit more portable. So this is pretty good. So this is going to come in at $1699, and I look forward to checking this one out. Now, the one other difference here before we move on is that this one does not have the per key RGB lighting or just a general lighting. But again, thin, slimmer line here is the name of the game, and it looks pretty good. I like the form factor here quite a bit. All right, finally, we have some more budget stuff here from the Predator series here, the Nitro V17 AI, the V16 AI, and the 14 AI. And they all have something in common here. They're running the AMD Ryzen AI 7 350 processor. You're looking at Copilot Plus PCs on these. You're looking at a dual fan, quad intake, quad exhaust. So they've really done some nice stuff here with the exhaust system and the cooling. Up to right now, they're going to offer this with an RTX 4050. Who knows what's going to happen once we hear some announcements as far as upgrades later on. But these are more affordable, and I'll have more pricing for you shortly. But these are more affordable units that you can pick in the line here for gaming. You don't want to break the bank on the ones we just looked at, but you're not going to skimp on performance. As USB 4.0, so it's got a lot of connectivity here that you can use, as well as having a full HD IR camera. The line is pretty much similar in the sense that you're getting a bigger display here, and then of course getting smaller displays here. But what's pretty interesting is this one over here is a pretty nice looking laptop. It's in white, and this one is a pretty nice form factor as well. 14 inches, 165 hertz refresh rate. Again, the same Ryzen AI 7 processor, the 350. It's got a muck switch, and that's the other thing that this has as well. So pretty nice overall package here. So looking forward to getting it in, hopefully very soon.